All right, what's happening? Leland with Benchmark Vehicles, and we are going to do a installation video this morning on the Grenadier roof rack system. The roof rack that we're using is the original Safari Onyx 6 light bar rack. We're going to mount it on this amazing 2025 Grenadier behind us. And I just want to first go over what comes in the box when you do receive your rack. You're going to unbox everything, lay out all your parts. We sort of like to organize everything during each install, take inventory, make sure everything is in place, make sure nothing's been damaged in transit. But we have over here the landing pads. So these are all solid billet machined and powder coated landing pads that mount to the body of the Grenadier, which goes on first. The rack goes on second and bolts directly to these using T27 security Torx bit. You'll have a package of hardware to bolt the rack down to the landing pads. So we've got these nice little zip tie tabs to clean your wiring up. And then we have also these landing pads, which end up going on at the very last portion. They bolt on to the inside of the rack here. Your rack will come with a rib nut, and that will land and adjust down so that there's absolutely no vibration when you're ripping down washboard road. We use a touch of JB silicone sealant under here to keep that in place. These are non-structural. Their sole purpose is to prevent the light bar from vibrating ever so slightly when you're ripping down a really bumpy road. A couple pieces of hardware come with the light bar to mount the light bar to the rack. And we'll use an 11 mil socket for those. And really that's sort of the inventory list. Couple zip ties and some Loctite to Loctite down the hardware to the landing pads. So we've got our really nicely machined mounting foot. That hardware slips right in there, nice and snug, pretty tight tolerance. And you know, just to be safe, to get it started, do it by hand. You'll notice that when you receive these, they've already been chased with the tap. So there's no debris. Your bolts are going to drop right in there. You don't have to worry about setting these out there and cross-threading the actual tie-down hardware for the rack. So a couple bumps on there, not super tight, not torqued down to spec quite yet. And then that's where these little brackets then come into play. So take off this third mount. The zip tie slot is going to go forward, pointing at the power point. And then you work your way around the rest of the Grenadier. So we've got 1, 2, we've already got these mounted 3, 4 on both sides. So once all 4 of these are mounted on there, torqued down to about 25 foot-pounds, we'll land the rack. Got the rack, it's been inspected, all looks good. We're gonna flip it over. It helps facilitate putting the light bar on a lot easier and cleaning up the wiring. So when you get your rack, it's going to come all pre-wired for the Onyx 6 light bar or whatever lights you select. If it's round lights, strand lights, KCs, we're going to pre-wire the rack for you. Make it as plug and play as possible. We've got the waterproof connectors on here on both sides. This is a dual control light bar. So you've got 2 controls on your aux panel switches inside the Grenadier. There'll be some P-clamps already set on here to help clean up the wiring from the light bar itself. And from that point, we'll go ahead and pick up the light bar, get this guy unboxed. And it's definitely good to have 2 people help with the light bar. You don't want to drop it. It's, you know, it's long, it's kind of awkward. So we'll go ahead and get this guy mounted up. All right, so we got the light bar here, kind of upside down facing the rear. First step, just go ahead and make your connections. That little tab, you want to make sure you push down so it's locked in place. That way that harness isn't going to go anywhere. And you can see in here we've got these 2 P-clamps. Those are going to line up right here. So we'll go ahead and loosen those up, get the P-clamps set. What that does is just prevents this harness from hanging, dangling down over the front of the Grenadier. All right, once those are snugged up and you don't need to go crazy with it, we're gonna flip it back over and bolt the light bar on. You wanna make sure that the wire is not over the top like this. That'll kind of pinch, get in the way, so the wire sits underneath the hardware, just like that. That longer bolt goes in the back, shorter bolt goes in front. Always don't force these, don't cross thread them. That's always a hassle to deal with later on. And I like to set that angle right in the middle of the slot. You can play with it, you can angle it down, you can angle it up, but a good baseline to start right in the middle, and you can make those adjustments on the rack, so not a problem. Snug them up. You could use a torque wrench here. I go by feel because I've got a built-in torque wrench in my hand. Yeah, just make sure everything is snugged up. Not over tightened. And of course you can fine tune this once we get it up on the Grenadier. So next step, we'll flip it back over. And the rack is light, 120 pounds. The light bar on there, you're at about 128, 129. We're actually going to use our hoist here that we have in the shop. We used to put on Grenadier racks, Sprinter van racks. If you have 3 other friends, so 4 people, a couple planks, makeshift scaffolding, a couple buckets, a piece of plywood, however you want to figure it out, you can simply just lift this rack up with 4 people and set it down on top of the Grenadier. But since we're in a shop situation, we're going to get this thing rigged up right now, lower the hoist and pick it up. All right, so we went ahead and rigged up the rack. We used a couple straps, a 4-footer, a 3-footer, and then sometimes you do need to counterbalance these, so we just threw a little tool on there, and we'll just lift it straight up. You can see on here the wiring kind of is dangling, so it's nice at this point if you are lifting it with a hoist or a forklift or a pulley off of a branch, which we've had people do. Just have a buddy that can kind of get those out of the way when they lower it down. And then we always like to just throw a guy line on here just to kind of keep it from swinging, keep it straight. And you have one buddy controlling the winch line, owning the car, and lift it straight up, back the big Grenadier up, and then set it down. Nice to have your helper get on a small scaffold or a platform on either side of the Grenadier so we can just help guide it down slowly and make sure the fit is exactly where it needs to be. Looks pretty good, looking good. And lower. I always like to, whether it's a Grenadier rack or a Sprinter rack, bias the rear first. The light bar does hang down and it does get close to the front of the vehicle, so we always want to keep a hand on the rack. Land the rear feet first, keep it sort of at an angle, and then those last couple inches as it comes down, we'll go nice and slow. Make sure we're centered over the landing pads to our slotted mounting feet here. So let's go ahead and bring her down. Okay, so now we're set on here. You may have seen that I was just kind of helping guide this away from the plastic rails on top of the Grenadier. The wiring will get tucked under the utility rail. We'll just kind of leave it right there until we get all the hardware set on here. And the last step will be to plug this bad boy in and throw a zip tie on here to dress up these wires. So we'll go ahead, we'll get it fit and take the rigging off, and that'll be it. Started in the rear. I like to do kind of all four corners first, so I'll just start one side in the rear and get the 6 mil in here. You're gonna wanna align the slotted mounting tab on the mounting foot here. So there is a nice slotted bit in here, so you have a little bit of adjustment side to side to really make sure that the rack is centered. So we'll go ahead and we'll just get that started. I'll just do that one hand tight for now, and I'll move around to all four corners, get the positioning exactly where it needs to be. So I'll sight it from the rear, I'll sight it from the front, make sure it's centered. I'll go back on those four corners, torque them down, and then go and do the 2 center mounting feet on each side of the rack. So I'll move through it. So we put Loctite on the threads. It does go into an aluminum mounting foot. It does not take an excessive amount of torque. We really never put it over 6 foot-pounds, so it doesn't need much, especially with that Loctite. They're not gonna back out. So now I'll go to the other side and do the other 4 corners and then work my way into the middle. All right, so final step before we take everything apart is we're gonna install the landing pads on the front. So that goes in front of the Safari windows, or if you don't have Safari windows, in front of the Safari window delete. And that's a pretty critical aspect to these. You know, I like to try to keep the rack as stable as possible. We do have a bit of cantilevered material out in front. I mean, as you can see, this thing is really solid. It's not going anywhere. It's got a good load capacity. We've got integrated L-track slots down the sides here, so you can strap gear down with all different types of accessories. So I'll move to the front of the rack, we'll throw those landing pads on, and then we'll be ready to pull the rigging. All right, so we've got the little mounting feet up here, and you know, these are non-structural, but they just give it, prevent that little bit of flex that you get, vibration, and I'm putting all my weight up here right now, and you can see there's not much deflection whatsoever. So I'll do a little bit of adhesive on the bottom, and I'll go ahead and land this. There's a rib nut M6 on here, and I'll set that pad all the way down so it just makes contact with the body. You don't need to push this down at this point. This is simply just to prevent any vibration when you're mostly at high speed traveling on washboard or super bumpy roads. Lock down the M6, and that's it. You're ready to go. Do the other side, repeat, and that is the entire installation of the Benchmark Safari roof rack. All the versions that we make, whether it's the deck rack, the flat rack, the RL4, the reverse Safari, the Quartermaster rack, they all mount the same way. So these methods go across the board for the different racks. You know, of course, if you want a custom option, we can do that as well. If you have specific lights that you want to run on your Grenadier, we could accommodate most lights. Currently, we're doing a new version using strand lighting. They're really cool. They've got amber halos, they've got clear halos, high-low settings. So we can do that. We use a Switch Pros at that point and make all of our connections still through the factory power ports. We don't need to drill additional holes in the body or anything like that. And we can run that to a center console utilizing the Switch Pros inside. So hopefully you enjoyed the video and buy some racks. Peace.